It was funny. So to wrap it up, I would just like to say that the North American Union, which I think we were probably talking about 2-3 years ago as well, has really come one step closer amidst all of this turmoil in Egypt, as people are all looking at uprising in Egypt. Revolution. No, what was it? Revolution and something else. They change it every day. They don't have a good tagline.
Catchphrase.
No, they don't have a tagline for it that really works. Because there's no alliteration. It has to be E. You know, it can't be like the error in Egypt. It doesn't sound right. Which is really what it is. The error in Egypt. So of course, now that Mexico has GE supplying Texas with our energy. I think we pretty much own Gitmo Nation Taco. I think that's pretty much ours. We give them the guns, we give them everything. It's like, whatever. We're all one big happy country. Did you see that Prime Minister Harper, part of the cabal that has now made it so that our human resources in Gitmo Nation Great White North have a bandwidth cap of 25 gigabytes per month and can no longer stream stuff without paying overages? You've followed that, I'm sure.
Yeah, 25 gigs is not...
It's nothing.
Low.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. If you're watching movies, you're watching Netflix.
It's one a day. And then you're over by 5 gigabytes at the end. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's a fix. And it could happen here, by the way.
Oh, it will.
It probably will. Now, I'm not against paying, but the whole idea of a cap and then huge over... Before we even go to that, I called AT&T yesterday. And AT&T, by the way, if you're roaming overseas, they are still the best deal available. Don't think that T-Mobile is one company. Don't think that Verizon is going to do any good for you overseas. So they had these deals. So you have to buy a data package. My daughter's in London. And so I'm able to get her a 100 megabyte data bundle for $100. And if she goes over that 100 megabytes, which is easy to do, by the way, it goes a lot faster than you think. The kids easily use a couple megs a day. If you go over that, then it's like $2.50 a meg. But the thing that killed me is, I said, well, she sends text messages. Oh, yes. Of course, it's a guy from India. Oh, yes, we see that. She has already sent 60 text messages. At 60 text messages, $1.29 per text message sent or received. Like, what? Yes, but you can buy a bundle. Okay, give me the bundle. What do I get? You get 50 text messages for $5. It's great. Give me 200 of those. Oh, no. Only 50 per billing cycle. So you can only get the 50 messages per month, and everything over that is 99 cents per text message sent or received.
Wow.
Now, and then it's like, she says, would you like, are you interested? I'm sorry to do the accent, but this is what I get. Would you like to do calling
Don't
plan?
Be sorry.
No, calling plan. Yeah, I might as well, because I feel I'm probably going to get shafted for that too. Oh, yeah, this $1.99 per minute, incoming, outcoming. I said, well, give me the plan. Give me the plan. So I get $1.19 per minute on the phone, and then he goes on to say, now, that is from the minute the phone rings. It's like, are you kidding me? So the meter starts ticking the minute the phone rings. And if it goes to voicemail, the longer someone speaks on the voicemail, it counts for that $1.19 a minute. Can you believe that crap?
Well, Eric, the shill, went to Finland recently and took that plan that you're talking about, which is the data bundle, blah, blah, blah. And he came back, and I think he finally resolved this with him, but he came back, and the bill was $8,000. He was there a week.
$8,000. He got a better data package than I got.
I mean, he had to be, online the whole time. I don't know how you get an $8,000 bill from being in Finland for a week.
My God.
It's bait and switch, according to him. Whatever they're selling you, they're scamming you.
Scam. Was it AT&T?
I'm telling everybody out there, forget it. You're going to be overseas. Get a local card, a local GSM card, so you don't have to deal with this bull crap.
Yeah, but then you have to get an unlocked phone. Of course, you're locked in.
You have to have an unlocked phone. Gee, what a shame. Everybody has one somewhere. Take your unlocked phone to Europe, put a GSM card, local card. You can buy them all over the place, and it's going to cost you $25. And sure, you're not going to be able to have all the features. But what are you doing over there anyway? You surfing the internet for some reason? Forget it.
Well, we know what Eric
off if you do that.
No, we know what Eric was doing. iPhoneporn.com. Now we know what he's doing. I just saw in the chat room 142 hours of sleep equals 1 cubic meter of carbon. These are going to be some cheap ass credits.
What is it again?
142 hours of sleep is 1 cubic 1 cubic meter. No, that doesn't make any sense. Post that again in the chat room. Is 1 cubic meter of carbon. So a ton. We got to sleep a lot.
That's okay. We have a lot of people doing it.
Nap for humanity.
All right, so let me napforhumanity.com, everybody. So let me play a little news report here. I could have given you the C-SPAN raw footage, but I thought the news report was more interesting. How the North American Union is now in place, as predicted, as essentially we have now taken over Canada. It is now ours, and you have to see this footage at NoAgendaShow.com, because Harper is looking at Obama with a look of despair that is beyond belief. You can just see him go like, I'm so screwed here. This is just the end. You can just see the guy, he's given up. He's given up on it, and all your oil belonged to us, Canada.
Now, what brought the Prime Minister to Washington was a new joint plan between the United States and Canada on the border, security, and trade. Now, ever since 9/11, the United States has been erecting a wall of security around itself, and for Canada, the aim has been to keep trade flowing and to maintain sovereignty. The challenge for Obama and Harper is to find the right balance.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Prime Minister Harper and President Obama unveiled sweeping new proposals to enhance both border security and trade, a shared vision for the perimeter of the two countries. They include new joint screening measures for things like cargo, more sharing of technologies and law enforcement, and new regulatory cooperation.
We've directed our teams to develop an action plan to move forward quickly.
Which means, bend over, Canada, here it comes! And it's going to be fast and hard, and you're going to like it.
And I'm confident that we're going to get this done so that our shared border enhances our shared prosperity.
We must up our game to counter those seeking new ways to harm us.
And do it all under the, it's for security. Who's going to harm you? The polar bears? Who's coming from Canada, John? What danger is coming from Canada to harm us? And what harm are we sending up to Canada? It's all about security. I'll tell you what it's about in a minute, but first listen to the bull crap. And whenever someone says, this is not about us losing our sovereignty, it's pretty much about you losing your sovereignty.
And I say us, because as I have said before, a threat to the United States is a threat to Canada.
There will also be more sharing of information about travelers from the two countries. Will all of this put the privacy of Canadians and the sovereignty of the country at stake?
This declaration is not about sovereignty. We are sovereign countries who have the capacity to act as we choose to act. The question that faces us is to make sure we act in a sovereign way that serves Canada's interests.
We match up more than probably any country on earth. We have this border that benefits when it is open.
There were protesters outside the White House today unhappy that Canada is promoting the Trans-Canada Pipeline to move so-called dirty oil to the U.S.
Oh, dirty oil! Oh, John, it's the dirty oil! We don't want the dirty oil! No! Well, this, of course, is exactly what it's about. It's a 1,900-mile pipeline coming from the what is it?
The tar sands?
Tar sands, yeah. Tar sands. Coming right down. This is exactly what it's about. But, John, it's dirty oil. What is dirty oil?
Well, dirty oil is oil that has a lot of what ends up with a lot of what's referred to as bottoms in the refining business, or usually has a high sulfur content.
It's dirty. It's dirty.
It's dirty. I mean, it's smelly. It's probably dark. I mean, there used to be a refinery called Pacific Refinery here, although they've changed it. It's been bought recently in the Bay Area. That used to get, which brings us to our oil discussions about this being a continuous process. There used to be some oil out of Bolivia that they had a contract for, and apparently this oil came out of the ground so clean that you could actually take it, pump it from the ground.
You could drink it.
And
you could drink it.
You could drink it and put it right in a diesel engine,
and it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Keystone XL, and this is a $20 billion project. But of course, it's sold to you, stupid slaves in Canada, and us, by the way, as it's for security, it's for our border. And by the way, while we're at it, we're just gonna track everything. We need more information about what you people are doing up there. We don't trust you. You speak funny. And you've taken all of our movie business, so we got to keep our eye on you. And let's just put this tar sand pipeline with the dirty oil. And it's just complete lie, and it's snuck in at this amazing moment when no one's focusing on it, news organizations.
Harper says oil as energy will not disappear anytime soon.
The choice that the United States faces in all of these matters is whether to increase its capacity to accept such energy from the most secure, most stable, and friendliest location it can possibly get that energy, which is Canada.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Harper. All your
the dirty oil, found what the problem with this oil is.
All your base now belong to us.
Because the question is, there's not that many refiners that can really deal with oil that's got that sulfur is so high, and it with piles of sulfur behind the place.